Top of the morning to you, and welcome back to the show. It is Real Irish, and imagine there's a secret evil witch living in a cabin in Morthal swamps who's missing a magical ring, and she needs your help to get it back, or else she's powerless. Or, imagine there's a competing vampire clan to Movarth who captures you, and you have to escape this dark dungeon, eliminating the vampires, or else they may actually start to entrance the people of Morthal. Well, in today's episode, we'll be going over a single mod called Put a Ring on It Quest PS4 in a sort of in-depth showcase. I'll start by walking through the mod, and I'll finish by going over my ideas about the potential that was there, but not fully realized. I will make the disclaimer now that I have zero experience as a mod creator, so I don't know exactly if what I'm suggesting is possible. So please, if you are a mod creator, let me know what I get wrong and what I get right. But anyways, stay tuned and let's get right into it. So, to start this quest, you first have to go to the Moorside Inn in Morthal and check out that counter space, fresh from Home Depot, obviously. Proceed by reading the note from Svenla the Builder, and you're in. In the note, she says how she's fallen and can't get up and... Wait, hold on. Here we go. How she's lost her ring and needs help finding it, so you'll need to find her cabin in the marshes to get more deets. Building a cabin in the marshes sounds kind of suspicious. Is she some kind of hermit? Or worse? Anyways, you make your way to the cabin, kill some locals, kill some more locals, and enter her house. Here you'll find Svenla. And you'll find the next note on her little table over there. Now, these notes are part of the nature of modded quests on PS4 and 5. They are self-guided with info on whereabouts and what for scribbled in these kind of notes and journals. I don't actually mind this so much because it feels like the old-style RPGs just a little bit, just to mix it up with the scripted and voiced-out quests of the main game. But you read this note and it'll tell you that you should look next to these ancient Nordic stones, next to some fungal pods, and a pond west of the house. Weird. Yes, this is very fishy indeed, because west of her house is definitely not the fastest way to and fro Morthal. Something to keep in mind when I go over the missing potential here. But you head westward and get to searching. I recommend using telekinesis because it increases the range of your cursor both in distance and width-wise. So I found the ring in about 10 minutes of searching, but technically it could take a long time if you really just can't find it. Bring back the ring, talk to Svenla, and put the ring in the jewelry box to craft your reward. But then, suddenly... The quest is just fine on its own, but it could have been one of the coolest mods for PS4 and 5 ever, in my opinion. A couple things got me thinking about how cool this could have been. Like one, the fact that there's an actual quest that shows up with objectives in your quest journal. Like, what? I didn't even know this was possible, so this is already a huge surprise for me. And two, the workaround to having dialogue by letting you finish the quest by putting the ring in the jewelry box. I've seen mods before with quote-unquote dialogue. That's just text with no spoken words by NPCs, so I suppose that could be a thing as well. But the fact that there could be workarounds intrigues me. The main potential I thought would be cool is that when you return the ring, Svenla goes hostile, and she's a powerful mage. You see, she needed the ring to restore her magical power, and once you brought it to her, you were the perfect first victim to test her spells on once again. Once you defeat this boss fight, you loot the ring to discover it has some enchantments on it, making it powerful and useful. To further this idea, I thought it'd be neat if when you give the ring back, she paralyzes you, and then you wake up in some sort of Dark Brotherhood kidnapping kind of way inside a prison cell of a dank dungeon. And then you have to escape! You could pick the lock if you're good enough, or there's a loose stone in the back of the prison cell you could just push out. This leads to a secret exit to another section of the dungeon. But you have to find your stuff, else face the vampire horde with nothing but rags and your own wits. If you just escape, the vampires will start spawning in Skyrim more and more unless you clear the dungeon and defeat Svenla. Maybe there's Dawn Guard members and other civilians in the cells, and you can break them out to help escape. and Svenla's vampire husband is the mini boss fight guarding the prison cells, of course, along with some other vamps. As you make your way out of the dungeon, you realize it's just underneath her cabin, accessed via a secret cellar door in the basement. Svenla could be the final boss battle too, and some crazy abilities and powers could be given to her to make this a boss fight for the ages. To even further this idea, maybe there's a hidden portal to a dangerous realm of oblivion if you go deeper down into the dungeon, with other quests and powerful artifacts there to conquer and find. There's a lot to unpack here, and yet there's even more potential in fine-tuning the small details and making this quest truly scary. But one step at a time, given that what I've suggested so far could take months, if not a year or more, of grinding and making this mod to completion. If all this is possible, I'm sure many would pay good money to be able to experience this full-length dungeon quest. And as a side note, I could even review the full paid release as a sort of promo. Wink, wink. Part of the beauty of this quest is that it seems like such an innocent little errand, but it could turn into such a unique story filled with surprises at every turn. And I've said it before, and I'm going to say it again, but that is what Skyrim is all about. Thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, and subscribe. Your viewership and support means so much. Be sure to tune in for my next Singular Mod Showcase with potential upgrades suggested at the end, just like this one, as well as my upcoming top 5 mods of the month, and much, much more. But anyway, thanks again. Goodbye for now, and I hope to see you all in the next video.